I've got the privileged position of having led a very highly ranked university, and I'm very deeply skeptical about rankings. I find that what they tend to do is to promote a particular view of what a university is and compel everybody else to join that club. Now, I've advised for 7 years the Federation government of Russia, who are pursuing that. I've worked with the French government, who have successfully pursued that. And the model which becomes the epitome for the rankings is the Anglo-American Comprehensive University, in which both teaching and research and impact and innovation are in the same organization. That's not the continental model, continental Europe model. Historically, research was undertaken in separate organizations. The universities tended to be rather lighter weight teaching organizations. But in France in particular, that model has now changed to one much more like the Anglo-American model. So if you look at the top 20 universities in the world now, I think you'll find at least 2 French universities who previously were not visible, because their research was being undertaken through CNRS and INSERM and the other big research funders. So that's changed, but has anything fundamentally changed? I'm really not sure. Now, I step away from the rankings and ask myself, what is the ideal model for a university? And it's going to be different in different places and for different purposes. My personal affection obviously is for the comprehensive university because I believe that students and faculty benefit from interplay with other disciplines. I remember something that we did at UCL years ago. We were pioneering in setting up a global health program in which we said the medical school will play only a small part in this. We would bring in the architects, the economists, we'd bring in the lawyers, we'd bring in all the disciplines around the notion of global health, realizing that formal systems of healthcare are a very small participant. What really is important is to understand the socio-economic conditions in which people live. So that feeds my concept of an efficiently, socially minded working university. Whether that feeds into global league tables is really, to my mind, irrelevant. I used to say to colleagues, look, we're way up the top. There's only one direction we're likely to go in, so don't get all boasty about league tables. However, if I look at it from the other perspective and I see governments around the world anxious to be able to show that their universities are powerful in the world, this is probably the only metric that they've got. And from that perspective, I think they fulfill an important function, which is within those countries to highlight the sheer importance of universities as being organizations in which governments need to invest if they are not only to rise up the league tables, but also to ensure the future for the young people. So my skepticism about league tables, I suppose, comes from the position that one is when you're in the league tables and understanding that they do have a function. I've actually been quite distressed, though, to see occasions in which university presidents have been fired because the university didn't go up in the league tables. Well, sorry, the league tables are artifices. I mean, they're functions of design of people over there who twitch the indicators from time to time, and universities do go up and down. And if they don't, people say, well, what's the point of the league table? So every year I see in the British press, Cambridge has gone up 1 notch, and Oxford's gone down 2, Imperial's down there, and UCL's are way up there. And I think these are not realistic measures of the changes in those institutions over that 1-year period. It's just not credible at all. And when we see significant changes in the league tables, it's more likely that an institution has absorbed another one and widened its diet of research, etc. The other limiting factor is that we do not know how to measure teaching effectiveness. We can measure research because we have all sorts of proxies. Teaching, we don't. And I think students are often misled to go to a university because it has a strong brand through research, but may not be anywhere as good in terms of its teaching.